crazy crossdresser destroyed a Catholic church really badly, committed a half a dozen serious felonies, and the Department of Justice let him go. I have an interesting story here. There's a gal, well, sort of. It's a woman who says she's now a man, and she got so mad after the Roe v. Wade decision by the Supreme Court last year that she smashed doors, destroyed statues in a church, assaulted a church staffer, sprayed graffiti on the church in Washington State, actually sprayed spray paint on one of the guys, tried to stop her. Here's a picture of this person. That's a girl who says she's now a man. Her real name is Maeve Nota, and her male name is something different. When she got arrested, I don't know, 8 months ago in Bellevue, Washington, she threw a tantrum. The police report says she was crying hysterically, yelling obscenities, refused to identify herself. At one point, when in the seated position, she threw herself to the ground and began rolling down the small hill in front of the church, screaming, "Frick you!" And you know what she really said? Frick the church. The church is grooming kids.
Wow.
You are all women haters. Rot in your fake hell abusers, kid effers. We hate women, kid groomers. We hate gay people, and on and on and on. So she made speech after speech after speech. She smashed 2 more glass doors with rocks. She used a backpack full of spray paint to smash the police vehicle before she was arrested.
Sounds like we're talking about the Exorcist here.
Pretty much. And for news reports that identified her as a female, they were called misogynists because they didn't use her pronouns.
Oh my goodness.
Because she also has a male name. And once, and I didn't want to go into it, and I'm not going to pander to it, but I just want to let you know the reason I'm bringing the story up. She was let go. She's not going to serve any jail time, Will Johnson, for literally destroying a church and assaulting 2 police officers. And she broke a statue of the Virgin Mary, sprayed the police cars, and she's obviously nuts, and she's a cross-dresser. So sometimes when she gives statements, she does it in her Adam name, and sometimes she does it in her Maeve name, depending if that day she's male or female. I guess my question is, why are serious crimes? This is a serious crime. I mean, it's felony level destruction of church property, not to mention assault on police officers, by a mentally ill cross-dresser.
Mm-hmm.
And they let her go free because she's a cross-dresser? Is that it?
I think they wanted her to repeat what can I say this? The trans terrorists did in Nashville. I mean, because think about it. That was a female pretending to be a male, went to his Christian school and did a horrific crime. Here and they don't even talk about that person. They won't even release that person's manifesto for some reason, Barry, but they're quick to release somebody else's when it fits their narrative, right? They're quick to do it. But in this case, they release these people because they want them to go out and do more crime. They look for it. They live for it. This is who they are, because the more crime they have, they can say, oh, look at this. We have more crime. And I'm willing to bet they want her to use a firearm so it will fit right into the agenda.
A firearm and spray paint. And I guess we played into the same misogyny by refusing to call her a him. But be truthful, I'm not sure which that person is today, because she goes back and forth.
But the thing is, Barry, I think you and I have had this discussion before. Why do we have to participate? I mean, look, I guess you could I consider myself like a libertarian when it comes to this point of view, right? I mean, I do, because I think if, as an adult, if you want to dress a certain way, by all means, do your thing. I'm not going to come to your door. I'm not going to go to your place of business or whatever and tell you to stop, right? Do whatever it is you want to do. If you want to role play. But you and I, Barry, what about our right not having to play along? I don't want to play. That's not a game that I want to play. And we shouldn't be forced to play along. And then they want to go after people and penalize people because they don't want to call them by their pronoun. I don't even care what you think your pronoun is. I can care less. Why do we have to play? Why do we have to play?
If you want to identify as a radical bunny rabbit, that's okay. I'm just not going to call you bunny rabbit.
Yeah, I mean, why do we have to play?
I'm not going to get into the pool with you because you're ill, right?
You know, I was on Twitter and I was having a conversation because they were all upset about what's happening in Florida right now. And I said, talking about, they're saying that we're being homophobic, transphobic, whatever it is that they're saying, right? And I said, look, just because you have children wanting to play like superheroes, we the adults don't have to play. We can see them playing and have fun. Just be safe. But right. We don't have to put on a cape either and run around the room and act like we're children. I mean,
you don't have to call him Batman. Okay. Yeah. You can just call him Steven. Okay. Or whatever. So